blow your cover. You're getting heavy right off the bat. Okay.
There's a wall between us. Don't tell nobody. もう一切拭い去ってしまいたい。もうちょっとで全て溶けてしまうだろう。もうちょっと冷静にはなれそうにないかも。もうちょっと late. Is it too late? 揺れた夜風がさらう肌の香り。
Wow. Interesting.
Baby now full cover, baby now full cover. 儚いほどまた溢れ出すから。Baby now full cover, baby now full cover. Baby tell me your heart. 儚いほどまた溢れ出すから。Baby now full cover, baby now full cover. Baby now full cover. 儚いほどまた溢れ出すから。Baby now full cover, baby now full cover.
Huh. So I have what I think might be a very simple theory for this, but I'd be curious to hear your thoughts. Let's see. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything after these credits. It's a lot of credits. Okay. Go back. Here's what I think this is about, based on the imagery The three of them seem to have, it's almost like they can't get close to somebody. So we get this first scene. She's in the bed. She leaves. The next one is in the tub, depressed, go under the water. It's that usual, like, post breakup bath we all know too well. Make your own bubbles, you know. And it would still kind of line up with this. The three of them are hurt in some way. Well done, by the way. Well done. Then when we get to these scenes with the dancers, it seems like they're symbolizing the fact that the guys cannot get close to anybody. You never see a dancer's face. And there are moments when you get close, you start to kind of see the outline. You're there, you think it's done, pull it, and they disappear. They just flutter away. I mean, this is really clever. Even back here on this shot, right here, this implies that there's still an intimacy there sometimes. But, oh, YouTube, you're killing me, bro. But even in the intimate moments, there's still not an authenticity there. It's still, the person is still hidden. Now, in a shot like this, when you have all of the dancers behind them, I feel like it can also allude to the fact that there's been multiple partners, it's been years of relationships, and I just feel like I never really knew anybody. I tried, but I never really got to know anybody because they were always guarded. They always had their mask on, or as Koyo says, looking for the person behind the veil, potentially. Perry says, it feels for me like the women have been cheating in the relationship. The guys are trying to find out more to confront them, but the girlfriends are dodging away. They can't find the truth. That's pretty good. Yeah, when they try to get close to the partner is always away from reach. See, even here, like, they're just holding, just so close. It's so light. It's so flimsy. Once I get rid of that veil, they just dart away. They flutter. I think that's really clever. So what are your thoughts? Anything lingering here? It's a really sexy song. YouTube's kind of buffering on me. Body rolls on point. They want to see specific face, but can't find that, and also can't see other faces that they're trying to find because that's the only thing they can focus on their mind. Yeah. Ooh, I like that, Jojo. Could also show the floaty flimsiness of the relationships too, that they're fleeting. Hmm. Ooh, Koya, that's a good one. I wonder if it's also like they fell in love with their idea of a person, and so they're looking for that. Ooh, this might be the perfect time for this. Let's paint, shall we? Now, this, I have talked about this a little bit. No, we're not drawing tentacles. I always see it like this. Okay. This is what makes up a person. Let's just say this is the spectrum of personality that makes up a person. When you first meet somebody, you have this tiny little sliver right there. That tiny little sliver is all you know about that person. You met them, you had a short conversation back and forth. You either kind of vibe with them, you don't vibe with them, you're not quite sure, but there's some kind of establishment there. The rest of that person that exists, you have no idea. This is all the information that you have. The rest of this information, all of this, is what I say is like your ideal person. Okay. Let's say you meet somebody, go on a date. This could be that little sliver is what you actually know about them. You go on the date, get that little sliver, fine. And then you go on another date and you might open up a little bit more. So now you kind of know this much about that person. Everything else that you think you know, is all this your perfect idea of a person. And in your brain, you don't realize it sometimes, but you fill all of this empty space with what you hope that person is like. And as the relationship grows, you learn a little bit more and a little bit more. And you might know these giant chunks of a person, but a lot of this empty space is idealistic. You don't know, but this is just what you're hoping that person is like. You kind of fill in the gaps, and it's subconscious. I don't think we realize that this is what happens, but I think it's what happens. And that's why if you take, like, think about how many times you have heard of like a 20, 30-year marriage or a 5-year relationship or whatever, all of a sudden goes hell and high water because somebody cheated all of a sudden. Well, how do you do that after like 20 years, right? Well, sometimes it's because there's like like the 80-20 rule. Like if I have, what is it? It's from a movie. I'm going to totally misquote a movie. If 80% of what I love about this one person and there's 20% that I don't love about this person, all of a sudden I'm going to meet somebody that seems to offer me the 20% that I feel like I'm missing in my life. And I automatically just assume that if they have this 20%, well, the rest of it must come in line too. It doesn't really work that way. So I think we kind of make up these assumptions on the information that we don't have based on idealism. So with a video like this, you strive to see this person, like to rip away the veil, get rid of the mask, because you need to know, you need this information to figure out, are you the person for me? I need to know. You can't show me one thing, but it's not the real thing. I need you to be real. That's probably the worst way to explain that, but that's just kind of how my brain sees stuff. The 80-20 rule is the Pareto principle, not a movie quote. It might be the principle to you. I totally pulled it from a Tyler Perry movie. I didn't want to say that. I didn't know it at first, but it's totally Tyler Perry. Yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed my doodles. So, all that to say, you have to be careful. You have to be careful with what your brain is filling in. Because even if you meet this person, you really like this person, ooh, I think I love this person. You might, but how much do you know versus how much are you assuming? How much are you hoping is the case?